So Cam Newton recently said this on a podcast.
Okay, sorry.
Mike, middle linebacker.
No, it's not the Mike, just the middle linebacker. Identify the Mike is identifying where the offensive line is sliding.
Now, you know what we do here? We go a little bit further to show you so that you can understand a little bit more of football. I'm Corey from Corey's Corner. Let's talk about what is a Mike linebacker? What does it actually mean to identify the Mike? So I know you've seen quarterbacks call out a Mike before. They said, like, 42 is the Mike.
Hey, 53. No, I'm not the Mike. Brooklyn. Not the Mike.
And what does that mean? Cam explained that it meant that we are identifying our protection. It's a way of communication for the offensive line and the quarterback and everybody to be on the exact same page. So does the defensive unit have a middle linebacker or a Mike linebacker? Sure. But if we're talking about the offense, the Mike linebacker can be anybody. I'm going to use this play between the Bills and the Patriots as a good example of identifying the Mike. All right, so players are walking around. We're trying to get people set. And we're going to have some motion here, but I want you to just kind of look at what the formation is for the defense. They have one person here who has a hand down, one person here who has a hand down, one person here and one person here who is on the line of scrimmage. So I would classify that as 4 down linemen. If you ever heard that term, a down lineman, I would classify it as that. And then we have these. This is a backer. This is a backer. This looks to be a cornerback who's running with this wide receiver. Let's see if that's the case. That is the case. And then we have a safety who just rolled down into the box. Now, if you've heard the term the box, what does that mean? We typically think about the box as being this little area right here. How many players do we have in the box? Sometimes it's a little bit wider when you have like a tight end who's close to the ball. So I'm going to say this area. And let's count it, right? Football is a game of math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right now. He'll be out. So we'll say 6, 7. 7 people in the box. How many people on offense do we have? We won't count the quarterback. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's a hat on a hat, a man on a man. We should be able to pick up this coverage. If somebody blitzes, that means one of this tight end, somebody's going to be wide open if he goes in a route. If not, we can keep him in, and that's 7 on 7, right? That's a man on a man, a hat on a hat. Now we have to identify how we're going to pick up these people in case they do any stunts. This person comes over here, this person comes over here. It's not as easy as just saying, I have this person, I'm taking this person, I'm going to take this person, I'm going to take this person. We all have to communicate who is who, and that's where we use the Mike designation. So oftentimes you'll hear the quarterback make this designation, but I was a center and I made it sometimes. Other offensive linemen have made it. So typically it's the center or the quarterback making it, but they probably have determined, as you will see, that 43 is the Mike linebacker, which means that they are going to work to 43 and the backer is going to pick up any other, the running back's going to pick up any other linebacker. Let's watch the play. And we'll break it down. It's a pretty good pickup. So what you'll see is the tackles usually have people on the outside. Unless you're doing a full slide, they usually have their people one-on-one on the outside, and the 3 linemen in the middle are going to work one way. And you'll see them slide left. Watch them slide left. Did you see them slide left? Look, boom. Their first step, 77's first step, which was my number at center, shout out to him, was left. Now, what happens here is this is actually the reason why I think this is a good example is because they've identified 43, they're going to work towards 43. And what happens is 42 ends up coming on a blitz, and so does 43, but he works around. So the backer ends up picking up 42. They're supposed to pass off this stunt to then pick up 43. And what I mean by pass off is this. Once 77 starts coming this way and he sees that 94 is going this way, he should then get his head back and start working towards 71 because 91's probably coming here and 71 needs to slide to pick up 43. Let's see if that happens. It happens pretty late and it gets caught up in traffic, but it still happens. Now, the right tackle, he got beat on the play, but whatever. My point is that none of this happens if you don't identify who the Mike linebacker is so that we can figure out who we are going to. And to another point that Cam said, Cam talked about this.
Because now everybody's trusting in you to know these type of things, let alone a sight adjust.
Elaborate on sight adjust.
So for the purpose of the sight adjustment, we're gonna go to the wide view here. So a sight adjustment could be a hot route or something like that. It is recognizing that the coverage may change, a backer may blitz or whatever, and I may have to change my route up based on what the coverage looks like. Now, granted, this is going to be man across the board. So this person is manned up here, this person is manned up here, this person is manned up here, and the safety that rolled down is going to cover this. This backer or this tight end. So you have one high safety, and watch what happens. This is still a good play by Drake May, actually. So same play, Drake steps up, throws the ball, gets it complete to 85. Now 85, and what he says by adjustments and side adjustments is, let's say 85 is not actually running a route specifically. You know, maybe he's running it a little flatter for the backer and getting under the backer, but then he recognizes that the backer blitzes, and so a side adjustment means he needs to widen his route a little bit. Like those little things that happen in the split seconds of once the play starts, I need to know that if this person does this, my quarterback is thinking I'm doing this, and then that's what happened. I'm not saying that's what happens here, but either way, ball gets out early, gets to 85. It's great. The offensive line picked up the blitz, I guess, as best as they could. I think they could have done a little bit better, but I think it was a good example of identifying that's the Mike linebacker. If we go back to that other play, the Mike linebacker could be anybody. It doesn't have to be this person that's in the middle. I can set the Mike linebacker to be this, and now everybody's sliding this way, and the running back's gonna have to pick up 40 off the edge. Like, it can be whatever the line wants it to be, but it's just the communication from the quarterback to the offensive line and everybody else on the offensive unit that, hey, this is how we're picking up the protection. I will also say the Mike linebacker is not only for pass, but can use for run blocking as well.